Yo, so brand new recap today. So it was a really good trade I took last week, I think. So I'm just gonna go and explain why I took that trade, what was good, what was wrong about it. And yeah, so basically, um, yeah. So the first thing that I saw is that at 6 p.m. we opened a brand new 4-hour candle right there, as you can see. 6 p.m. open, and it opened higher. All right, so what did we do? We swept this 30-minute intermediate high. All right, so what is an intermediate high? It's just a high inside a fair value gap. All right, so this high was resting inside a 30-minute gap, so we have a 30-minute intermediate high. I'm just gonna adjust this. So yeah, so we basically opened higher and manipulated in a draw, and then started rejecting. So if we look at what the 4-hour candle looks like, it's basically looks like that. That's an indicator that I'm using. It's gonna be this one, just like that. PO3 plus. All right, so it's just showing me what the 4-hour candle looks like. So that's a high time frame candle opening manipulation. So what we did is basically what we are going to do technically is basically we opened, all right, manipulated to the upside, and then created a wick, which means that we're probably going to be closing. Oh, we're probably going to be closing down, which means going to be a bearish candle. So as a confluence I talk about in a lot of my recaps. I really use it on gold, during Asia session gold. I didn't say it, but it was a Asia session gold trade. So we did that with 6 p.m. We opened higher, manipulated a DOL, and then went down. So just from that, I want to be more bearish. All right, so I'm already leaning more bearish. Another reason I am more bearish is it was also a fresh 1 hour. Just to say, we inversed this 1 hour bullish gap. All right, we inversed it, and we are just clearly trending down towards what this 4-hour fair value gap, or you could say BPR also, but it's like this 4-hour fair value gap. Price is clearly trending towards it, right? So that's gonna be like my main like draw objective, like goal for this trading session. And then what I really like about this draw, so 4772.6, is basically if we use our equilibrium and we go from this low to the high, we can see that equilibrium matches perfectly with this 4-hour gap. And if we go on the lower time frame, we can see it is also a perfect intermediate low. So like this range is just so good because it is an intermediate low, a 4-hour gap, and an equilibrium of the range. Yes, the intermediate low and the 4-hour gap are basically the same because it's because of this low that we have before. So, but it's still a really good gap. What is an intermediate low? It's the same as an intermediate high, so it's a low that is resting inside a fair value gap. So ETL. So we got basically 3 confluences stacked at once. So this is a really strong magnet for price because, as I said, there's 3 confluences at the same price point. So then what are we getting? I'm just gonna go and skip forward to market open at 8 p.m. I am currently using FX Replay to make these recaps. I just made a brand new video explaining how to use it, and the subscription, everything. Here, if y'all want to look at it, it's on my YouTube channel. All right, so yeah, that was basically it. So, just a little recap. If y'all want to use FX Replay, just look at this video. Link is in the description of it. So I'm just gonna go and skip forward to market open. So all right. So basically, Market open is in a few minutes. Bang, bang, bang. So now, we created this 5 minute gap. All right, we did get a move down, but we didn't take any of the DOLs that I marked out. All right, we didn't take the intermediate low. Neither do we take equilibrium or the 4 hour fair value gap. So we went down. We created a 5 minute gap right there. Bang, 5 minute gap. Then are we going to be retracing into it is the question. Yes. Bang. Do we have a 2 minute inversion? We don't. So we got a retracement and we failed to take our draws. Alright. And we also have we have all this bunch of lows that we're going to be calling low resistance liquidity. So we basically have 3 confluence stacked at the same price point, and we got 3 lows that are, we got low resistance leading to it. So that was a really nice setup. Plus we also have the 4 hour PO3. So as I said, we're probably going to be seeing this candle close bearish. All right. So the inversion, the highest time frame inversion, which is how I trade, is gonna be on what time frame? Do we have a 5 minute gap? Nope. We have a 3 minute gap? Nope. 4 minute, I mean. 3 minute neither, 2 minute neither, so it's gonna be a 1 minute because I don't take 30 seconds inversion. Another thing that is pretty good about this setup, we don't have any 15 minute hour stops, which is something like that we need to be looking at to be sure to not get caught by manipulation of the high that is our stop loss. And we also wick the PD array, which means the 5 minute fair value gap, we never closed inside of it. We just wicked it, which shows this shows like a really great rejection. So we're gonna be waiting for our 1 minute inversion. Now that's the only downside of this setup. It might be the reason why it failed, but I still think it was a really good one. The inversion was not good at all. So basically, what we're going to be looking for when we're looking for an inversion is going to be some small wicks. So it shows like some great momentum and like a clear direction, and big wicks shows hesitation and stuff. So basically, big wicks are not good. And if we close just a few ticks below or above, depends on which inversion, it's not really good either. So either we kind of got both. All right. So big wicks and the closure is not really good too. So yes, it was a pretty good setup because of the targets were really good. We had a great rejection, a great PO3, but the inversion was not good. Now I don't remember if I entered. Where? Okay, I entered that. So basically here, at least we clearly close below. So because of like the context and everything that I just said, I actually took this setup. I don't really know. I was targeting 72 too. Yeah, I was targeting this. So I basically took that. All right, so something like exactly like that. So I basically took this short. So 1 minute inversion, break even is gonna be at the next first low. And we have, so basically what are we doing? We're rejecting out of a 5 minute bearish fair value gap. We got a 1 minute inversion, which is the highest time frame inversion, and now I'm gonna be targeting equilibrium of the range and unfilled 4 hour fair value gap in a 30 minute intermediate low. We also have low resistance liquidity leading to my take profit. So this is pretty good. Only downside is the inversion, which is not super good, but we're gonna be taking it. I took it anyways because I had a lot of convictions in it. So I risk a little. Basically, yeah. So yeah, that was basically the setup. Now, bang, TP. Oh no, TP break even point got hit, and it's also gonna be 2030. So sometimes we like get a determinate candle when it opens. It likes to manipulate, so you could get your stop all manipulated too. So that was like a great moment to just move to break even because of that too, and then bang, I got a break even. So that was very unfortunate. So break even trade, didn't make any money out of that, but I'm pretty happy because I got again stopped out. So basically, yeah, but the draw is still really good. All right, I still really like the draw, and I think this 5 minute inversion plays out. Yeah, I think this, like, we could, let's like, I didn't take that trade, but like I don't even know if it plays out. I just have a lot of faith in the draw. We can just look at it. Like, let's say if we took this, I do think it fails though. Yeah, I do think it fails. Like, we're rejecting out if that 5 minute stuff. So I think it fails though. But like that was not bad. But one of the reasons I would have not take that trade is because it's 9 p.m. in like 4 minutes, so you can get like fucked by that. I'm just gonna be taking it just for like showing and stuff. Yeah, bang. So basically got stopped right there. So I didn't take that trade. It's just for like entertainment purposes. But I still like this draw is still really good because of how much, and then basically bang, we hit the draw. All right, so this damn draw was so good. I don't really see why it will fail. Probably because of the inversion, as I said. Not enough like momentum to like, was getting pretty choppy around here, which is where I entered. But it was a really good setup too, and the draw was also really good, as I said multiple times. So that's pretty much the recap. Didn't lose any money, and the setup, the draw was right. So I'm still pretty happy about how I traded, and I hope y'all learned a little bit with this recap. And see y'all in the next one.